Hi, I'm John Adams. I was born on October 30th, 1735. I died on July 4th, 1826. My last words, and actually that is 50 years from the date when the Declaration of Independence was signed. I actually died on the same day as another great leader in American history, and that was Thomas Jefferson. I was the second president from March 4th, 1797 to March 4th, 1801. I was the first president to be the vice president of the United States. And I was the first vice president to ever be elected to be president of the United States. I was married to a lady by the name of Abigail Smith. And one of the things me and my dear Abigail did is we corresponded with letters back and forth to each other. Those letters are very good reminders and shows what happened in history with the American Revolution. So if you get time and you're interested in that, if you see any letters written by corresponding between John Adams and Abigail, you can actually learn a lot about the American Revolution. Another thing it did is I went to Harvard University to get my education. My father pushed me and wanted me to be a preacher, but I didn't feel like preaching was where I needed to be, and I wanted to be a lawyer. And even though through the debate with me and my father I did choose to be a lawyer, I was one of the very first, besides being a lawyer, I was one of the first founding fathers in the country of the United States. We know that the United States was born. It took a lot of fight and a lot of determination to become the country we are. I also am cousin to another person you might know about in American history, and that is Sam Adams. And Sam Adams was one of the leaders of the Sons of Liberty. Another thing that happened during my tenure as president is our ships were France and Britain were in a war, and our ships were on the seas, and they were being taken by those. So I decided what I needed to do is I needed to do something to stop that. So one of the things I did is I developed our American Navy, which you still have today. Another thing that I did is I actually was the very first president to ever live in, today you call it the White House, but when I moved in, it was called the Presidential Palace. Another thing I did is I want to leave you today with a little quote that I wrote to keep in mind. So think about this. Old minds are like old horses. You must exercise them if you wish to keep them in working order. Have a good day.